Common sense, reality, or legitimate mob ties? Let's keep it a book, fam. Common sense is the evidence that's already there. Somebody from mob ties took Takeoff's life. And let me say this, it has to be more to the story behind this senseless act. Maybe not. Yet again, it's 2022 and people is grimy. Obviously. And that's why $1 million folks should not be around broke folks, especially rappers. See, the way our culture's set up in 2022, it just don't work like that, fam. And that's where reality comes in. Now, reality is reality. It's no guaranteed satisfaction in reality. Reality could be real or fiction, and sometimes you may never know. No telling what reality could bring. Sometimes reality could bring fairness, but for the most part, nothing is fair about reality, folks. Legitimate mob ties. The only mob ties that's legitimate in 2022 is dealing with the feds. They the only mob. In 2022, if you not tied in with the feds, ain't no mob existing in 2022, especially a black mob. Let's keep it a book, obviously. Now let me tell you this, fam. The last group of organized black men to even be put in that caliber of mob like was BMF. Look what happened to BMF. Look what happened to Big Meech. On my mama's mama. A black organized mob cannot be physically possible in these times unless you working with them folks. Now, is the Prince family working with the feds? I don't know. Guess we'll see what happens in the murder case of Duke and the murder of Tate. It's only a matter of time. Now, with all the information that I researched, it seems like the Prince family is walking on thin ice with the feds. Seems like the Prince family has a long history with the FBI, going all the way back to J. Prince Sr. beating a RICO Fed charge and having multiple issues with the feds in regards to rapper line. Whatever the case may be. Might even be just being a successful black man. Which at the time was probably honestly just a white man fucking with this successful black-owned record label owner, J. Prince Sr., Rap-A-Lot Records. Feel me? That built his own name and was pretty much successful on its own, making millions off of music without them. And if you educated on how demonic the music industry is, then you know. If you don't know, then you gotta go research. And if you know, you know. Shit don't work like that. Ain't no beating them folks. Fast forward to 2022. Look at Kanye and look what he going through, man. Come on, man. We're not finna get into details, but yeah, history repeats himself. Everybody's situation is not the same. Everybody dealing with these folks and this demonic force with this music industry most likely is not gonna have the same story. Because everybody is different. So they deal with everybody different. We're gonna get more into that maybe in the future. One day, Kanye West a billionaire. Next day he's speaking the truth and now he's no longer a billionaire. Can't get no more obvious than that. So back to Big J Prince. He beats that RICO charge. Now, sometimes the feds may lack evidence and still make motion just to see how solidified their target is. To see if they're going to fold or not. Truth is, you never know the feds' true intentions. It's all a game. They're going to play with you and you know, you just never know. Like I said, you know, a couple seconds ago, everybody is different. Everybody charges different. Everybody's life is different. Like, you know, just because this person went through this with this person don't mean it's going to be the same with the next person. It could be better or it could be worse. So on that note, most time if the feds come for you, 99.99% of the evidence is already there and they're ready to convict you. For the most part, you have no chance. So on that note, fam, just remember every case is different, and to keep it a book, us as the people will never know the truth behind their actions, especially when it comes to rappers, especially in 2022. It's only out with multiple rappers indicted on RICO charges along with their affiliates. So back to the Prince family and their encounters with the FBI, aka the feds. So once again, Big J Prince already beat a RICO back in his day. So now we got J Prince Jr. that had his own encounter with the FBI according to the trap, the internet, for whatever reason, I don't know. But Junior was just recently released from federal probation. It's also rumored that the United States name is on Junior's bank accounts and assets, allegedly, which is meaning, you know, it's some type of deal and whatever, the United States, aka the feds, own half of him or own him. Yeah, we're going to do a video on that. Allegedly, should I say. Also, according to Wack100, the feds called him in regards to the Prince family, which is one of the videos and the audio that we're going to get into. So apparently, obviously, that part right there is true. Now, I don't know the exact date, but it was recently, this year, according to the internet. So fam, with all these facts and information that's coming to light, either they working with the feds, or the feds is working against them. And it's only obvious the feds is heavily involved in their life. One thing for sure and two things for certain. Within the last 2 months, there's been 2 murders in Houston at a Prince family event. Now, as far as what law enforcement is gonna do, it only could go 2 ways. Either gonna get slid under the rug, or they gonna do their JOB. And from what it looks like right now, it looks like they trying to do their JOB. And this is why I say this, they've been quiet. Houston Police Department has been quiet, this makes me think that it's going into a Fed case that was already going on. They don't got no reward and not asking for nothing. They came out with that first video with the chief of police and the mayor, and then that was it. You don't think there's cameras around? You don't think these police already know? Come on, man, there's something bigger that's going on. They going, just like Jazz Prince and them say, man, it's the biggest catch. Subliminal, you know what I mean? They going for the bigger fish and a lot more fish, to be honest with you. And that's why they haven't said nothing. That's just my opinion, man. So is the feds coming for the Prince family ties? If you ask me, I say yes. It's only obvious. Rayshawn, keep with the book though. Let's go. We about to get into these videos, and let me know what y'all think in the comment section, y'all.
Remember the jeweler nigga that just got killed about a month ago?
Yeah.
Jay Prince Jr. is with the same nigga at the dice game. Same nigga with him, who they got identified as the shooter, right? So the witnesses is coming. All right, you know how it go. There's too many people. Look, now, Hearn, watch this. This is off of the spectators footage.
Right.
They ain't even came to light with the bowling alley cameras.
He said something like, behave when you come to Houston.
Oh, yeah. Right after the body. When he done ran out. Learn to behave when you come to Houston. Now, they don't know, Herman, you know this. Deleting is not deleting when they want to go put it.
No, that shit in the air. That shit
when they want to go put it, right? And a lot of these niggas don't know that you can say you run one place, but them cell phone towers don't put you right where you was at.
Absolutely. They'll put your ass right there.
Bro, you saying that is saying fuck this. And I think a lot of people gonna bag up from that. It was a cool thing to say, you know, fuck it. You know, we was saying it moving that way, but niggas is like, nigga, ain't nobody gonna attach themselves when they go to talking about how many new people you see hollering YSL.
They gonna have to go
this
back
what they
to
gonna do. They ain't
That's
coming for one.
That's a fact.
They ain't coming for one. They gonna try to RICO this shit. They gonna say this is that, and this, and that, and this. And remember that Daddy beat a RICO case back in the day. And remember, her, you got the recording of when the feds called me 2 months ago, right?
Y'all got content for your boy today.
This is the feds calling me, trying to get me to say Jay Prince has been threatening me.
Oh my goodness.
And watch how I handle it. Who got the content?
So that lets me know that they on his ass
they already
anyway.
there.
They gonna have to
Now, you know, for them to call me.
And now his son fucking it up for Pops.
You know, for them to call me, A, they got a rat internal that then told them they up to this with Wack100, or B, they done heard on the wiretap that they up to this with Wack100.
Right.
Okay, fam, so if you already 8 minutes in and you at this point, I know you've been paying attention to what's going on. So let's pay attention to the timeline with the feds involved with the Prince family. Let's go all the way back to when Jay Prince beat the RICO case. And then whatever time, I think it was a couple years ago, Jay Prince Jr. had a case and he just got off of federal probation. And then two or 3 months ago, you had the feds contact Wack100 on whatever incident took place. So boom, the feds is already involved in whatever you want to call it. The feds is involved in a whole establishment. So then you got the incident with Duke, the jeweler, and him getting murdered. And now you got the incident with Takeoff. Like, what, man? You ought to be a fool if you don't think that the feds is involved. Let's get it. Now, the next video that we finna get into, the next audio that I got for you guys is the actual audio of the feds calling Wack100 in regards to Jay Prince and MobTies. Yeah, I think the fed, RICO.
I mean, I wouldn't have no information other than just me helping with a Larry Hoover project.
Okay, yes, sir. Well, that's what I'm kind of
Hold on.
Oh, Larry Hoover. What about Larry Hoover?
Yes, sir. And James Prince Sr.?
I mean, I wouldn't have no information other than just me helping with a Larry Hoover project.
Okay, yes, sir. Well, that's what I'm kind of wanting to talk to you about.
Okay. Well, what's wrong with working on a Larry Hoover project?
No, sir. No, nothing's wrong whatsoever with it. I'm glad someone is advocating for him. That wasn't the issue. I was just information has been provided that you've had some disagreements with Mr. Prince. Are you familiar with him?
I mean, I know who he is, but I don't have no issues with Mr. Prince.
Okay. So,
I mean, a disagreement is a disagreement. I don't know how that factors in the FBI.
well, I think Mr. Jones, on the YouTube videos going back and forth with him calling you a snitch and you calling him one and all of that would be where.
Yo, what's going on with the content?
Hey, this is premium content too, y'all. Y'all better follow this damn club.
I don't have no issues with Mr.
All right, y'all better follow this. I sent you my math. Well, y'all better follow this club and follow this damn mod, boy.
I don't know how that factors in the FBI.
Well, I think Mr. Jones, on the YouTube videos going back and forth with him calling you snitch and you calling him one and all of that would be where we received information that there was possibly a disagreement.
Yeah, but even if we did do that, why would that be an interest of the FBI? Because neither one of us have any bearing cases pending against one another. We have never done any business with one another. Far as I know, Mr. Prince is a businessman as I am. So, regardless of what we said to each other, as far as a snitch and not being a snitch, like why would that be interest of the FBI? That's what's kind of confusing to me.
Okay, no, I can explain that. I mean, of course, there's nothing wrong with that whatsoever. We're just making sure that no threats have been made to you from anyone associated with him over y'all's dispute.
No, I haven't. No threats have been made, nor do I feel threatened. Two men get angry, two men say things. We've both been in each other's presence from time to time. I know his children. No, not at all. I don't feel threatened. Was it something you guys know that I don't know? As far as I'm concerned, it's just, the daily bullshit propaganda that happens on social media.
Oh, yes, sir, I understand that, but I think you could kind of understand that sometimes things go past social media, and we were provided information that possibly that something went beyond that, and so we're just calling to clarify and make sure that you haven't been threatened or anyone that you know that have been threatened by him or his associates regarding the disputes that you've had over social media, over YouTube, over Instagram, and all of that.
No, Mr. Prince has an issue with any press towards me. I don't feel threatened. I've said to him the same things he said to me, and that's just two men saying things. I don't think it's that serious of a situation. As far as I know, Mr. Prince is continued his business. He's a pillar in the community, as I am. I don't even understand. Like I said, I don't know what you guys have going on or what you guys heard. That's above my reach. But me personally, no, I haven't got any threats, nor do I feel threatened by the man.
Okay, so are y'all working together on the Free Larry Hoover project?
No, I'm not. It's not my ownership of the project. It's not mine. It belongs to somebody else. I'm just assisting that individual.
No,
but I did put the attorneys in contact with their family attorney. So at this point, it's not even a conversation between me and Jay Prince. It's a conversation between the individual who owns the content on my side, attorney, and the Hoover family attorney. So it's, for the last month or so, you haven't heard me or Mr. Prince say really anything to each other because there's no need to.
Okay, understandable. Mr. Jones, was there ever, I know there was I don't know, did she record an interview? I don't have her name present, but she's out of LA, and she recorded a video with Mr. Hoover at one time. Are you familiar with that?
Somebody recording a video with Mr. Hoover?
Or an interview. She conducted an interview.
Oh, yeah, we have 5 hours of interview.
Yes, sir. And at any point... Okay, and it was a female, correct? I don't have her name with me at this exact moment.
Yeah, exactly. It's an elderly woman that owns it.
Yes, sir. And let me ask you this. Have you ever heard of any information that Mr. Prince or his associates has tried to request that information, the video from her?
Oh, no. Well, I'm the one that alerted him that the footage was real and tried to merge a deal with them because they own the life rights. This is the rights of a regular documentary that was recorded while he was in prison. So I just try to bring the two parties together to see if they can make it one big situation.
Yes, sir. And so who owns the rights to that interview?
The lady who has the footage, she has the contract. I have the contract. I'm forward the contract to the family attorney. She's been on it since 1998.
Yes, sir. And did Mr. Prince attempt to get the rights to that interview?
Oh, no, he attempted to negotiate a deal if possible. The negotiations are still going on. But I think that's just business. Nothing wrong with negotiating.
Oh, absolutely not. I'm not implying that whatsoever. Just some information that we received was that the documentary, the businesswoman didn't want to really give up the documentary and possibly could have been pressured to do so.
No, I don't know anything about her being pressured. She had a conversation on my phone. It was just a simple business conversation. When you do a business, there's always offer. Either you're going to accept the offer or you're going to continue to negotiate. So as of right now, we're still negotiating. She's negotiating. It's just the two attorneys are talking and they're figuring it out. But other than that, Mr. Prince has been a close friend to the Hoover family. He's done a lot of business, overseen a lot of business, so the man is well in his right to attempt to negotiate. But that's all it was negotiations. No more, no less.
Okay. Well, I appreciate your time. Thank you so much for talking to me. If you want to keep my number and anything comes up or you hear of anything dealing with any type of threat or anything like that, I would appreciate if you could give me a call. As long as things are...
I don't know why the threat thing keeps coming up. Where is that coming from?
Well, I mean, I think, when it's on social media, YouTube and, court records come out, things are said, comments are made, information is received to the FBI, and so we just have to follow up. And so I just thought I would talk to you directly instead of,
these things are all in fun and games. A lot of times we play the media because we got events coming up, we got artists and things coming up, you know what I mean? So, kind of like that social media is not all real. A lot of it is fiction. A lot of it, it's pre-thought out to put some attention on something we want you to look at. But me and Mr. Prince, we're good. The lady who has the footage, she's good. The attorneys are talking. I can forward you my counsel's number. His name is Alex Kessel. If you want to get a hold of me, you can call him, and then we can take it from there. But other than that, yeah, there's no problems on this side. I would hope to believe there's no problems on Mr. Prince's side.
Yes, sir. No, and I'm not saying that there is. We're just following up. I mean, y'all two are both well-known individuals, pillars in your community, like you said. But I think you can also understand our point of view that, you know, sometimes people in general kind of take one side or the other, and they take it a little bit too far. And I'm not saying Mr. Prince has taken anything too far. I'm not saying you have taken anything too far. Just as you know, when it becomes publicized, other people can take it a little bit too far. So I was just calling to make sure that everything was good, that you're safe, that you don't feel threatened in any way, that everything was good.
Not at all. Not at all.
Great. Well, yeah. If you want to inform me, again, I don't necessarily need your counsel's number, but if you want to forward it to me, absolutely you can. If you want to reach out, that's fine. I
think his name is Alex Kessel. Been my attorney for many years. Aware, you can give him a call next time. I usually call him. I didn't really know what this was about. I saw the number. I didn't know the prank call and what it was. I get so many calls every day, so I just have to call back, and I guess you are the real deal thing. So, but for the record, I don't feel threatened by Mr. Prince. I have no issues with Mr. Prince. He has no issues with me. The business is being thought out and dealt with through her attorney and their family attorney.
Yes, sir. I completely understand. And Mr. Jones, I certainly appreciate you giving me a call back.
Okay, no problem.
All right, take care.
All right. So, the only reason why I didn't just hang the phone up, because if I'd have hung the phone up, that's the reason for them to leave the investigation open. So I had the conversation and just killed everything they thought they was on.
So just to catch you guys up, that conversation between the FBI and Wack100 happened this year, let's say probably about 3 months ago. And obviously, it was about 15 minutes long. Less to the fact what Wack was saying, he kind of explained why he was on a phone for 15 minutes. But at the end of the day, we don't know why the feds wanted to talk to Wack for 15 minutes. Common sense is obviously they was very concerned. It seems like they was very concerned about the Prince family, and it's obviously something going on with the Prince family to where the FBI called Wack100 and talked to this man for 15 minutes and tried to bribe him for any information that would help them out on whatever they're trying to do this year. So yeah, come on now.
And Wack100 says the feds got the footage and a case is coming real soon. Allegedly shot Takeoff in the back of the head, and also Wack100 says that he used Takeoff as a human shield because Quavo's and Takeoff's team started firing back at him, and Wack100 is saying the feds have the actual footage from the bowling alley cameras and said real soon they're gonna have all of those guys lined up.
Bro, 7 days. They gonna have niggas lined up on the wall, cuffed up. Too many people was there. Look, nigga, when they serve their arrest, they subpoena that. It is, then you gonna see it.
But they're not gonna release that until
they're not releasing it until they look, nigga, when they serve their arrest, then you gonna see it.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
They ain't showing their hand.
But they got it though, trust me. They got it.
They got that bowling alley shit.
Yeah.
They got it. All that y'all giving them too much credit talking about them niggas controlling them cameras. But let me explain something to you, bro. Ain't no telling them the cameras wasn't working. They sending them people up in there. When they come up in there, they going straight to their system. They ain't going on what they talking about. We got a motherfucker, here you go. We got paperwork showing we coming up here to get this.
And it's
talking about you what you
It's high profile. This is a high profile.
Yeah, talking about what you not.
So yeah, fam, let me say this. What else is there really to say in the perfect world? I guess reality in the perfect world would be obvious evidence via the internet, but obviously we're definitely not in a perfect world, but a world that could have been perfect. On that note, everything we face is a spiritual battle. One thing I noticed is life would never be better on earth. Eternity is not here on Earth. No telling what's going to happen when we die. The James Webb Telescope discovered new galaxies every day by the hour on the hour. What I'm saying is stay optimistic and pray it up. R.I.P. Take. Peace and blessing, my solidifieds.